Good morning. So, you've been asking me what I believe. Do I believe that there is a God? We'll start with that. Well, to answer that, I'd like you to look at these seeds. These are sweet pea seeds, which I should have planted ages ago. But they look dead, but in actual fact, they're not. They're full of life. It's dormant, but all I need to do is add soil and water, and they will spring to life and grow. But we don't know what life is. We have no idea what it is. We know what it does, and we know we can pass it on. And we know that viruses are sort of alive. But just look at these leaves for a moment. What these leaves are doing, and I don't know if you can see this or not, probably not actually, but what this leaf is doing, it's sucking in carbon dioxide from the air and water from its roots, and it's using photosynthesis. And what it does is it divides, it splits the water into hydrogen and oxygen, and then it makes this, which is a molecule with 6 atoms of carbon, 12 of hydrogen and 6 of oxygen, which is sugar or a carbohydrate. We don't really know exactly how the plant does that, but it uses chlorophyll, which is a phenomenal substance, and sunlight. And also involved in that reaction is this substance, Riboflavin, which is vitamin B2, and we can't live without it, but we have trouble manufacturing it in our bodies. Sometimes the bacteria in our guts can make some, but basically we need it from our diet. But the plant needs it as well. But it has to manufacture this molecule, which has 17 atoms of carbon, 20 of hydrogen, 6 of oxygen, and it's thrown in a bit of nitrogen as well. The plant makes it using catalysts and enzymes, which are extraordinarily complicated. But that's not the only thing that the plant is doing. It's producing flowers, seeds, fruit. It's growing. There's a lot of other things that are going on in this plant. I find it much easier to believe that a super intelligent being outside of this planet made it. I find it extremely difficult to believe that this happened by accident. When you look into it, chemically speaking, it is extremely complicated. And the only way it does these things is because it's alive. But what is it alive with? You see, if somebody dies, the minute they die, the chemical composition of their body is exactly the same as when they were alive, except that they begin to decompose. But what is this substance that ebbs out of people when they die? We don't know. So until we know what life is, we cannot say it came about by accident. So don't read what evolutionists tell you. Read a book on biochemistry and see how you get on with that. So I believe in God. Do I believe Watchtower's explanation of the Bible? Some of it. But just remember that Jesus was not strong on doctrine. His message was to look at what's in your heart, to be a decent person. Now that wisdom was outside of this planet. The Greeks at the time had a great belief in getting revenge, and you were a really amazing person if you used your strength to go and get revenge. Jesus said the opposite. Yes, we have to speak out against what is bad because Jesus did. But apart from that, look at what's in our hearts, and I would encourage elders to do that. Do you really want to help people, or do you want to exercise your power to get rid of people out of the congregation that you don't like? Are you willing to put the work in to try to help somebody? Or, as Watchtower tells you, do you view the disfellowshipping offence as a loving provision? No, it's not. Keep people in the flock as best you can. So I'll leave you with that thought, and I'm not sure what we'll talk about next time, but we'll see what we can come up with. Thank you for watching this morning.